Okay, welcome back. The last video that I've done went viral. Like I know maybe not viral if you compare it to other bigger YouTubers, but 130 views. Like if you compare it to my other videos, it's pretty huge just because of this mock that I've done. Pretty happy about it, and now super motivated to do other mocks. Yeah, so those videos I've simply done for fun, and I think I'm the type of person with many different hobbies, and I've simply shown a few of them here on the channel. And like it's not in purpose of becoming famous or making money or anything, just for fun, honestly. And yeah, so Lego is a huge part of my childhood, and now I'm studying, becoming an adult, but Lego keeps staying with me. And yeah, so now I have a few plans, super motivated to do another video about another mock that I'll do in the next days, and I'll do a couple of videos now, so I'll also show how I build it. And now in this first video I want to show you which parts I'm gonna use and what thoughts I've done already about the mocks that I'm going to do, because actually it doesn't exist in the Star Wars universe. So if you think about it, it has to exist, but it didn't have an appearance yet in any movie. So what I want to do is making a huge cruiser for all of those guys. Like I know that not all of them would coexist or be in the same team, because like those are the bad guys and good guys, and not at the same timeline. Like Professor is obviously dead when they are coming up, and only one of them has the dark saber and so on. But I'll simply gonna let them in one team, have this one as the leader, and then like Mando and Bo-Katan, the like co-officer chefs, whatever. And for this I've done a few designs, and those I wanted to show you real quick. So what I've done first was doing some research if there's actually already a Mandalorian cruiser, because like if you go into Mandalorian ships simply on Google, you'll obviously find many ships of Mando. But actually I've found one of those. Like it's actually a Mandalorian cruiser. I don't think that maybe it's in a computer game. Like right now I'm playing the Old Republic. Very great game. Very old, but I truly enjoy it. But yeah, so by that I got a little bit inspired. And then I've done a few designs. No, first this one. I know it looks a little bit like the head of Alien, like this black alien thing, but I kind of like the grayish, and I think it's definitely buildable in Lego because of its shape. So if something is round, it's always pretty difficult to build it if you don't have the right parts, just like in Minecraft. Yeah, so what is pretty cool about this is that this is like the flying position, just like the slave one of Boba. But the landing position is like this. So like this it shall land, and then here it shall open, and here it opens, and actually here shall be I don't know how to say it, but so that the ship technically could also land, like dock like this on a ship, and then have its entrance here. So it shall be pretty practical and also pretty big, which you can see right here. Like here I've done a little bit of interior. I don't think that I can build it in that scale, like with those many layers, but if you can imagine that maybe, let's say this is the size of a minifigure, so that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, and like here cockpit, and the engines and the tech part. I think it's definitely doable with the parts that I've already and that I've purchased. I'll show them real quick to you, but before I also wanted to show the very best program to build something. Like Blender is obviously good, but it's also difficult and has so many options. So maybe 3D Builder, it's also in the Microsoft Store, is the better choice, because with this you can do those 3D models pretty easily and very fast. And if your PC is decent, like I don't have the best PC and it runs fluently, so pretty happy about it. Like I guess you can see which ship this is supposed to be, and then I've done my concept. Of course, those round parts won't be possible to do exactly like this, but in general I'm pretty happy with it to do it like this, and thinking that those guys will be in there and have their huge cruiser, because then I kind of have this Slave 1, this small fighter, and then so this one. Maybe I can even build it in the scale so that this one can dock like maybe under here or on top of here, or that the Slave 1 can kind of connect. We'll see about it, so not everything is already planned. Yeah, and then I'm also kind of sniping on eBay, whatever, for certain parts. Like if you look at this, for example, great parts, so good stuff. And if I manage to purchase it, this would be very great. Maybe you can help me and write in the comments what you would pay at maximum for this. What is your max price? Because right now I'm at 60 euros, I guess. But if you only look at those parts, or like I think for those you can even ask for 2-3 euros per piece. So it, or like here he even has 6 or 3 of those escape pods, few of those planets, which for example from the Death Star you can actually use it as an engine, like in one of those mocks of a Star Destroyer. And like here, good parts. And also you can't see it, but this is actually a Bosk minifigure that I already have, but it's only this one is like over 10 euros, and also pretty unique. This one is a bluish super druid. So not the black one, but the blue one, and only this one is super rare. And so yeah, so a few of those convolutes I'm purchasing right now, like this one or this one, just to get great parts that I'm gonna use in there, and so I don't have to destroy all of my Star Wars ships that I have right now. I'll show them to you now that I have, and yeah, a few of them I'm going to use. But for example, obviously those I'll leave because they also have kind of a value, and destroying them would be stupid. But then I've also bought a few on eBay for, I don't know, very cheap price, and those parts I can easily use. Yeah, so wait a second. Okay, this is going to be very funny now. We got this one, this one, and that one. Obviously you have this small one with it. And actually you can guess what I've bought or paid for all of those on eBay 2 days ago. If you have a digit right now, what you would have paid for all of those, like all of those 5, I've actually only paid 50 euros for all of them, inclusive the shipping, and the original instructions were included. So I guess that was a really good price, and like I can now use those parts here perfectly. Maybe I'll even do those things here on the underground, so that the light cruiser can even roll on the ground and fly in the space, but also on planets, and yeah, so many possibilities. But it goes on, because we also have this one. I don't like this one especially. I don't know why I bought it. because of the bounty hunters, maybe. Don't know how much I paid for this one, but yeah, and also green parts. But there are also actually many gray parts, and obviously the cruiser for the Mandalorians will be gray mainly. So yeah. Then we also have the cruiser of Bo-Katan. Obviously I won't destroy this one or use the parts of it, because obviously it's a Mandalorian starfighter as well. And then we also got the oldest fighter of General Grievous, like the elder one, and the Nagma guard with a great visor. I also like the mechanism of opening it. Also many gray parts, so definitely usable for the cruiser. And I found two others of those droid fighters, because obviously I have two of those yellow ones, because one of them I've used for this one. So all of those parts obviously are coming from another one of those. And actually I've paid for this first yellow Naboo fighter 40 bucks. So the 5 on eBay for 50 was very good. But I'm thinking about not destroying those droids, because then we kind of also have like bad guys, and not destroying all of them. But I have instructions of all of them, so it's no problem of using the parts, because once I want to sell them, I can simply build it back. Yeah, so no problem at all. Okay, and then last but not least, I have the forge. Obviously I won't destroy this one as well. But I'm thinking about putting this one into the cruiser. So we'll see about if I can build it at a decent size so that this one fits in, or if I only use like the fireplace. And yeah, so I also have a Millennium Falcon, but not right now, right here. But it will be necessary for those tech parts. And then I have a big chest of like Technic and other Star Wars plates and parts that I'm going to use as well. But like obviously in the next videos when I'll build it, I'll show you which parts I'm gonna use, but so that you know now which models I could use parts of, so that if you want to rebuild it or simply get inspired by it, then you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but again, super motivated. I'm studying and have some exams right now, but I also have time to do this. So in the next days we will get a cool mock, and yeah. So 130 people watched the last video when I built this, and I know 130 might not be a big number of viewers for if you compare it to bigger YouTubers, but like if you think about it, 130 people watching you speaking or showing something, that's actually a pretty big number. Like when I'm studying, I have to give presentations from time to time because I'm studying international business, so speaking in English, speaking in French, and about economics, whatever. And only speaking in front of 30 people is already a lot, and 130 is like a big number. So yeah, so thank you for this, obviously. And if you like those plans, if you also like the Disney Plus series and all this Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, whatever hype, also Obi-Wan Kenobi will get a series, and Ahsoka. So very bright future for all Star Wars fans, and also for all Lego fans, because there are coming actually a few very cool sets this year. So I'm following a few German YouTubers who are giving the greatest news. Like I think Heldenstein is even knowable in English regions, because he's that big with 700,000 followers. Brick Story has 200,000, and I've already shown him 400,000. I think he's from the US and is also doing like this type of videos where he's showing new sets. And yeah. So one last thing, I've bought. You can actually see them up there. I've bought a few sets. Like for example, this Ahsoka. I haven't even opened it. so I'll simply let it like this, and I guess because it's the 150 version, it will gain in value. Like technically all Lego does gain value in a certain amount of time, but in general I'm not doing this to gain money, to have it as an investment. Like I have all minifigures that I've liked. I actually can show them real quick. Wait a second. Like obviously you know all Mandalorian figures that I have. I think I have them all, like with those typical Mandalorian helmets. Pretty cool, super hyped. Like they haven't been my favorite part of Star Wars since Mandalorian, but before that, like when Profisla first came up and fought against Maul, and with the Darksaber, I've already liked it. I don't know when it came up first, like 2000, and I don't know, in Clone Wars eventually. And since then I truly like this kind of religious Mandalorian thinking, so very hyped about it. But I also have a few other minifigures, obviously a few coming from the sets that I've just bought on eBay, but at home my brother and I from our childhood have also many, but like for example those Nagma guards are pretty cool. This one, and here like with the bounty hunters, I bought it last week, obviously pretty valuable. This one is actually my very first minifigure, like original this one, and it came with this ship. Like this one I have bought on eBay because like from this one this ship doesn't exist anymore, but this is very nostalgic for me. This ship especially, like with this one, it all started when I was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. I had a friend who had like many Star Wars sets, and this one, it's not that famous. Like it has its appearance in Star Wars Part 3 in the end when Anakin fell into lava, and then he's brought back by Palpatine and made into Darth Vader. Those guys are following the Palpatine ship, and actually they are way better than all Jedi starfighters or whatever. They are the ships that were before the TIE fighters. So the TIE fighters are inspired by those guys, and you can also kind of see the shape already. So yeah, I have done some research about some ships that truly interest me. Yeah, but like I mean this Luke, for example, is pretty old. It just came with this Salak and this other thing from I don't know when, but honestly, it's pretty cool that those elder figures are now again very cool, because obviously they have the characters have its appearances again in a few Disney Plus series, so pretty cool. And then I also went for some droids, like those I've bought also on eBay, when they are kind of chrome, because like obviously Beskar and this metal grayish look is pretty cool. So I will use those in the ship, or like this droid is also gray, so pretty cool. And yeah, so all in all, I think great plans. I'll instantly start now creating a few things. Obviously I need to get the Millennium Falcon here, because he has the most important parts to kind of build the inner structure, because you obviously need a few Technic parts to build it stable, and all those ships here are more for like the exterior to cover it. Yeah, but we'll see about it. So yeah, thank you so much, and stay tuned, and have a great day. Bye bye.